Alright, hope everybody's doing well. I've made this video 4 or 5 times already, and I had to delete or stop the previous video because there was a mistake in the video. Mistake not on my part, and that's just how eBay is going. Every order is a mistake. You know, I ordered some nice shoes, and my shoes are just really thick and bulky. They are absolutely nothing like the previous shoes I had before. Different style. So I have to, basically get, comfortable some Ron DeSantis elevator shoes. Really frustrated. That was my mistake on my part, but again, I don't have a great way of looking at things, and not everybody has the best return policy. I'm trying to save $10 or $15. Turns out I didn't save any money, and I don't know, it's very, very confusing. The shoes styles that I liked were very limited to what was still available, and most of the shoes that I was looking at were all used, beat up, and $60 for used shoes. I'm like, I've already done that. Bought shoes for $4 used, and then Goodwill wants $20 for all their beat up shoes, and I don't know. And then when I looked at their store, I can't. Ever since things have happened, I just don't go shoe shopping very often. It's not what I do, because I would go to 4 or 5 different places only to find out that nothing was comfortable, or I've saved only $10. So if you know how to shop for shoes, I need that secret. But anyway, let's get into the video here, because I don't want to do this 8,000 times again. And for the 7,000th time, John Gorel times 2. Do your homework there. John Gorel. Get those autographed. Ed Hobaugh. Nice 61 tops there. Get it signed. Do it now. Okay? You don't need to know where it came from. It's unimportant. It's St. Louis, Missouri, and what the other one was, Pennsylvania. You don't care about that. No one cares. Alright, so those cards are out of the way. They will get into pages. This one's in a top loader because it doesn't fit in a page. We'll buy some pages. Well, if I was made of money and made of expertise, then I would do so. Vote for John Mangini 3 times, so do that. Darren Van Oon, this is an autograph that I picked up here for something like $1.50. I don't remember what it was exactly there, but why did I pick him up? Because it's a hockey card that's signed that I did not have, and I like the image. I don't care. This is Denis Gauthier. If that's Dennis Gauthier, then correct me, but I say Denis Gauthier. This is Nicholas Sundblad, 1996 to 97 rookie. They're all Calgary Flames because I have a huge thing for the Calgary Flames. I don't. It's just because that's what I got. This is Mike Commodore on the Flames there. No idea what this card was. I didn't even know In the Game made cards back in 2004. So that's my first In the Game card, and it will probably be my last, because I'm not looking to build 8,000 card sets here. Rob Zeitler, because I don't want to go and look for my binder, try to find if I have an OPG or not. I researched every one of these cards 3 and 4 times before I bought it. But maybe these were actually closer to $1 or something crazy like that. Rob Zeitler right there on an OPG of some kind. Brian McClellan, and it's very similar to another card that I think I got, but I have to do my homework here. Brian McClellan, Upper Deck. We have Denis Gauthier again, or Dennis Gauthier, whatever you feel like saying there. We have Jeff Peters. Now again, if he made it to the NHL, whoopee for him. If he didn't, then whoopee for nothing. Michael Petit, or Petit. Michel Petit. I don't know. And then there's his, sort of autograph there, number 7 or whatever it is, again for the Flames. Again, I don't care. I think I needed one of those for my binder collection. Corey Sarich, because maybe one day I might put all those together. Again, he didn't do anything, don't got no value, so there. Brad Byerly, again, the store was so huge you couldn't research everything and you missed everything. So you found virtually nothing, and it was just ridiculous. Crazy amounts of, if you had just basically bought all 100,000 items from their store, then you wouldn't have any problem finding the cards. You would have them all. But they had problems finding the cards, that's for dang sure. Then for my Gary Lucas PC, I meant to get the binder because I started over here. That's not why I started over. But Gary Lucas PC, and you would think this would finish up all my minor league cards of Gary Lucas. I probably need something more like 5 to 10. So these are all autographed cards. These ones were the $1.50. Gary Lucas, Beloit Snappers coach there. The year is questionable because I'm not going to read it to you. Some of these cards are on trading card database and some of the images are not, but I can't put the images on there because these are all autographed. So there's Gary Lucas for the Beloit Snappers again. Gary Lucas for the pitching. He's the pitching coach for another team right now. The Miracle on the somewhere in the Miracle. I don't know what that is. Fort Myers Miracle. So there's Fort Myers Miracle autograph right there. And then the New Britain Rock Cats. And he's moved from place to place, so he got everywhere. There's that one there. Then we have this one here for also the Beloit Snappers again. And then there is a one for the Quad City River Bandits right there. And I ordered 19 cards and I got 18 because they have somehow neglected. I double checked on my packing here and I got Brad McCrimmon's autograph. Now most people is like, Brad McCrimmon, who in the heck is he? He was a hockey player that died in a plane crash with a whole bunch of Russian hockey players. He was a coach or something like that for one of the teams and he died, and only one person out of the 40 people or whatever on that plane lived. Only one person lived, and it was not him. And that was the best autograph of the entire group, and it was not shipped. So I have to figure out what happened there, if it was a mistake in the listing. But, I paid so ridiculously little for it, I shouldn't even complain. But every single order that I have ordered seemingly in the last, whatever, has been some kind of misleading, disappointment, some other kind of, oh, shucks, darn. None of my orders have been ever a happy one. I've never, celebrated with a party horn. Never with a party horn. This is only here in case the Dodgers happen to win the World Series. That's all that is for there. So I will show you something else here before I forget here. I got a little bit of time left on the camera here. And I wanted to show you my Doctor Who DVD and Blu-ray collection. I'm not showing you my VCR tape collection because we neither have the time and I have no room in this room to make room for the room I need to put on the table for the room to put on the table. So you don't get to see those and you're like, oh, rats. So we have The Return of Dr. Mysterio. Almost every one of these was procured at the Dollar Tree, which no longer sells DVDs. Some of these were procured at FYE, which is closed, that no longer sells DVDs. The Christmas Carol and Snowmen were the previous two. We have Series 10 Part 1, which I just opened because I wanted to put a better case on it, and that's all that was for. Series 10 Part 1. Some of these have these wretched eco cases, and most of these didn't, but they were pretty close to it anyway. We have The Waters of Mars, creepy one there. That one there. We have another double stack here. And then every place that I've been buying my DVDs has been going out of business. So if you sell DVDs, you're going to go out of business. That's just the killer of your store. Planet of the Dead, Doctor Who Series 7 Part 2, John the Pertwee years 70 to 74. I got that at FYE. The last one I got at FYE, I think I threw away some of the discs. I should have probably kept them, but they looked mint, but they wouldn't play right, and I couldn't get them turned in because I realized the store went out of business. I missed their entire sale. They went out of... if you just don't go on a certain road or don't pay attention for something for a couple weeks or whatever, then you miss a lot. You miss a lot. A new apartment goes up, whatever. FYE is no longer anymore. Doctor Who Twice Upon a Time. That would have been my time to get some more of these discs here and return the broken one if they would have allowed me to that. The Horror of Fang Rock. People said it sucks, but I really enjoyed it. So that was another FYE one there. This one here is Series 6 Part 1. All of these things here would have cost me, probably $8 to $10 a piece or more online, and I don't want to do that. Big Lots now is closing, has closed. They might be closed, and that's where a lot of these DVDs were coming through as well too. I didn't get them there. Series 8 Part 2. So there is that one there. So really frustrating because even though I already have Brad McCrimmon's autograph, I was really excited to find it for $1 or $2. I was like, oh yeah, I gotta have that. Add another one to my collection. Again, he's not signing anymore. So there's another little mystery for me to figure out here. But the bigger problem is that eBay is making, and it's a combination of some of the sellers, but eBay. If you have 100,000 items in your store, you cannot even look at every single one of them, even if you wanted to. And said, well, why would you want to? Well, again, nobody saw that Brad McCrimmon card, but except for me. I saw it. Maybe it was an error listing, maybe it was already purchased, and I don't know what happened, but it's not there. But it's on my sheet here. It's on my sheet of paper saying, yes, I bought that card here. So, and I don't see it. I looked at all the package. It was only wrapped in this cardboard and this, and this thing was around it, and that's the only contents of that was right there. So but again, for me to have lost that card, if I lost that card, that would be the one to lose, wouldn't it? You know, of course I would be losing that one there. But so I go to the store and on eBay, and the guidelines off to the side says baseball, football, whatever. Some of these stores are very vague in their descriptions. So, you know, even if you filtered out stuff, so one of my filtered results from 100,000 plus items, I got it filtered out to 70,000 items. eBay will only let you look at 10,000 items. But before I could even get to 10,000 items, eBay was basically taking my thing and repeating the exact same page over and over and over again. So I made one order. Then I saw a few more cards, because when people buy cards, it shifts the algorithm a little bit. But there was a certain block of cards that I was never able to look at ever. Never. I could never even get to any of that stuff there. So if you're doing baseball, hockey, or whatever, but I couldn't filter out by sport. I couldn't, you know, it's like, well, don't you know the cards you're looking for? And yes, the Gary Lucas ones were super easy. All I did was type in his name and got all the cards that I needed for his particular collection there. I need something, I'm not sure. I looked at the checklist, which is also very annoying, because there's cards that should not be on there, because there's a company that basically takes, it's called historic autographs. They take things that were already signed by somebody and they put their sticker on that, and those things get infiltrated to the trading card database as a new item. And they're not new items. They're just basically taking a product and filling it with somebody else's old stuff and putting their advertising on it. And that's all they're doing. That is all they're doing. There are some new cards, you know, base cards, but like the insert cards or what have you, they're just somebody else's stuff that was cast aside, and they just bought it to just stick their name on it and charge a lot of money for it. And so like these things like here, which I only got for like $1 or $2, were you know, in part of their project list or whatever. And then there was some stupid, there are actually printing plates for some of these minor league cards. Absolutely stupid. Why should there even be such a thing out there? You know, again, so I have almost half of his cards, and I need another 50 more cards to finish off. That's crazy. For me to, you know, he has over 100 cards. Why should he have over 100 cards? This I don't get, you know. So again, as much as I've been collecting his cards, I still have another 50% more to go. And so as far as the DVDs, I showed you those because I am sorting and organizing DVDs. I'm down to 3 Rubbermaid totes that I have to sort. I'm down to 2 or 3 shelving units that I have to sort, or well, not shelving units, but 3 individual shelves I have to sort. And then I have anywhere between 3 and 6 more binders that I need to find a place for. I put them all on shelves. All the binders are on shelves now, and I ran out of shelf space to put those binders. So now I got to figure out where those things need to go. So that's pretty much it for today's video. Sorry for the poor humor here, and I'm gearing up for the Dodger game, so hopefully that will be all fine and dandy today. It just, you know, things are just catching up with me, and I had some ridiculous property bill thing or something that was trying to, I don't know what's going on with that one there. I got to figure out how I'm going to switch some funds in some accounts to either pay that or figure, but they were, I don't know, some sort of address question, but I just paid that. I thought I just paid that, so I have no earthly clue here. So I'm going to drown myself in some of those Doctor Who DVDs probably, and thank you for watching.